Bhargavi Akiri, 146 Robbins. So on the agenda item, I think we have approve appointment of Assistant Superintendent for curriculum. I see the dates for the contract say August 16th to September 10th, 2023. So is it just for like less than a month? That's the first question. And also on, I believe this appointment was done at a special board meeting on June 29th. So can the community get some input on who were on the interview process, who were on the panel, and how many board members actually interviewed the assistant superintendent? And if the community get some update on this, that would be great. Thank you. Also, just a feedback is if you give the liaison reports ahead of the public, questioning period, it's just a suggestion. It feels like it's part of the agenda. So community members can come up and speak. So if it's not part of the agenda and we cannot ask questions on the updates, then just give them at the end. That way it saves us time too. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Great. Okay. So getting back to the busing question. So how, if we were to eliminate courtesy busing, right, which is essentially free busing, could that not potentially create capacity to keep subscription busing, right? When that capacity, and and to me, it boggles the mind that we have no way to identify, or maybe we do because we do report those numbers that of students who are, courtesy busing. And so you eliminated subscription busing without taking the whole picture into account, because that could have created some capacity. I wanted to say thank you to Mr. Nixon and Mr. Finley over there for making a comment that, they encourage their students to do well on exams, no matter what exam it is, because that's why I encourage my kids to do as well. And that I don't think we should look to kids not caring about exams as a reason for, declining scores or scores that are not up to par, because our kids are no different than any other kids in any other district, and we see different results. So finally, getting back to May the 11th, when Dr. Forager asked for the superintendent to do a presentation, it was taken into committee June 6th. There was a committee meeting where a report, a document, PowerPoint, whatever was presented. June 29th, Ms. Stanley told me, after numerous emails, that this document does not exist. It is a quote, it is on camera, I have it, there's no secret document, no document is available, no such document. On July 13th, I received this document via Oprah request. So I think if we're gonna call out members for not doing their jobs, I would like to, have an explanation for that. And hopefully it's not semantics about what a report is versus a presentation versus a document. So thank you.
Bhargavi Akiri. So first, I'd like to thank Mike Scara and Michelle Gardner for their esteemed years of service. I wish you good luck. And I would like to ask some questions. These have been in your inbox to the entire board and Dr. Worley since June 22nd. I'll repeat, I can read out the question here, hoping I'll get an answer here, because it's been more than, I think, a month and a half. Since busing was one of the key issues highlighted during the 2023-2024 budget planning process and the focus on equity of busing for all students, I wanted to follow up on the topic of courtesy and subscription busing. During the budget process, we heard both Julie Cott and Pamela Stanley share some numbers for courtesy busing at the March and the April board meetings. At the March 30th board meeting, Pamela Stanley said, there are 200 courtesy busing students, out of which 144 students go to GL, Governor Livingston. The data submitted by our district to the New Jersey State Department of Education for the DRTRS report, which is District Report on Transported Resident Students, was shared, and it's publicly available on the DOE website. Shows that we have 337 courtesy busing students. We have seen in the community multiple emails from parents written to the board. Some of them were answered by Dr. Worley, and some were obviously just never answered by anybody, including mine. So a simple question is, I looked at the DOE website. There's a process for uploading this information. The district has to maintain a sheet, a worksheet, or an Excel sheet that has to be uploaded. So why is it so difficult for the district to come up and give a clear answer on why is there a discrepancy in what the board was telling us during the budget planning process versus what was reported to the state? It's a difference of 137 students. And we also saw the meeting minutes from the finance committee meeting from February 2023, where Julie Cott said in the minutes, inequity in courtesy busing, because, and this is it's your minutes, these were published. So the business administrator said there's inequity in courtesy busing. So how is it okay for a publicly funded school district to charge $1,000 per student for subscription busing while you're making it free for 337 students? That's $337,000 in revenue. It's like, I think in Dr. Worley speak, maybe 3 or 4 teachers. So can I get a clarification on why is there a discrepancy? Also in regards to 0155, the policy, I heard Mr. Chinchuli say an action means a decision or a vote. So based on the report that Mrs. Young gave, let me finish my sentence. Mrs. Young gave was a decision to cancel subscription busing was made at the Finance and Facility Committee meeting. That's an action, in my opinion. That's a decision. So how is it okay if your policy doesn't allow you to take actions? Yeah, let me finish my sentence.
Everybody has given 3 minutes. We have to be consistent with everybody.
Is there anybody else
We
behind me?
have to be consistent with everybody. So please, your 3 minutes are up. Appreciate your comments, but your 3 minutes is up. Thank you. If you have more questions or concerns, please feel free to email the board.
Like
or
the
to
email
reach
from
out
June
and have a
22nd, which you have
conversation.
never answered.
Have a
Thank you. Yeah.
reach
This
out.
is today's
Thank you.
August 10th. You've not answered an email from June 22nd, and you want me to keep emailing you. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, Ms. Secretary. Thank you so much.